Warning, the following presentation contains cold, hard truths that might change the way you think. Viewer discretion won't do you any good now. CrossCode is one of the greatest games that you've probably never heard of. Made by a tiny little company whose only releases are this and something called Ninja Hobo Connoisseur, this game pretty much came out of nowhere. If you're a fan of JRPGs, weird storylines, classic platforming, or puzzle-filled dungeons, look no further. Just stop looking. I'm sure anyone with a pair of eyes would agree that this game looks amazing. But the fact that CrossCode actually is a great game makes me just wanna... Although the title is a bit forgettable, and there seems to be a lot of games with very similar names, you have Chaos Code, Cross Cells, and Cross Worlds, which is actually the name of the game that's in CrossCode. This game is just surprisingly good. It took me a long time to write a review for this game because I honestly didn't know where to begin. This is just one of those holy shit games that happens to be packed with so many incredible features and such impeccable visual design, but also an unexpectedly deep RPG experience that reveals itself at a near perfect pace. The game essentially plays like a modern open-world RPG, packed with dozens of side quests hidden throughout, and 4 main dungeons to complete that each unlock a specific elemental set of abilities, which is where the game's combat really shines. Not only is this a fully functional hack-and-slash RPG, CrossCode also succeeds as a great platformer and puzzle dungeon crawler. The puzzles in this game are absolutely ridiculous. Zelda,
down the bench.
And the platform jumping is a gigantic part of this game. The way they integrate it into puzzle solving and fighting bosses, it's just not shitty. Both the combat and the puzzles force you to be on your toes at all times with no easy way to coast through it. The graphics and visual style of this game are just top-notch. This is like if Chrono Trigger and the old Phantasy Star games had a freakish love child together. And you gotta love the main character, Leah. This is what an iconic video game character looks like. And man, does she know how to kick ass. I wouldn't want to step on her big toe. The combat design is simply impressive. Swordplay, shooting, dashing, dodging, block attacks, and a truly vast amount of elemental abilities. The amount of different moves you can unlock in this game is almost overwhelming. But it's not. It's just the right amount. The character building and upgrade system is perfection. The circuit board is simple, traditional, and offers plenty of different strategies and incentive. And the ability to mindlessly grind your character is definitely here. CrossCode's RPG mechanics are so well fleshed out, this game does things that most big-name RPGs forget to do, such as making a side quest out of the simple act of cutting down plants, or letting you see what each shop vendor is carrying without having to click on them, or giving you multiple different ways to fast travel. You can use the hub area or just teleport using the map. The game is extremely user-friendly. Nobody's using that hub though, come on. The crafting and trading system is also impeccable. If you want high-level weapons and armor, you'll have to craft certain components using items that you find all throughout the world, either by killing enemies or by simply cutting down plants. You're always picking up items in this game, which is exactly the way it should be, especially when you have infinite inventory space. Oh yeah, the storyline in CrossCode is actually not shitty. Yeah, that's right, I like a game's storyline. Doesn't happen a lot. I'm telling you, whatever they were smoking when they came up with this is exactly what a video game storyline should be. Futuristic, cryptic, almost non-existent, and sexy all at the same time.
CrossCode is a 2D action RPG set in the distant future. It tells the story of Lear, a player stuck in an MMO who has lost her memory and can't speak. And while Lear is playing the game, her memory will return piece by piece. So eventually we may come to understand why a mute player is stuck in an MMO in the first place.
Come on, that's fucking awesome. The soundtrack to CrossCode is absolute genius. This game's soundtrack is definitely the kind of music that you blast in your car while driving around the neighborhood.
Don't be hating!
So if CrossCode is so great, is there anything wrong with it? I only have one very soft criticism about this game, which is the fact that it's too fucking hard! Trust me, I love hard shit, but this was just traumatic. Some of the challenges in this game were so difficult and intense that I could actually feel the sweat continuously running down my armpit. I felt water coming out of places I didn't even know it could. My controller was caked in sweat. The game actually comes with a limited edition CrossCode beach towel so you can constantly dry your hands as you play. It gets that intense. I have nightmares about certain parts. Kinda like the main character of the game. CrossCode has even been coined by at least one person as the Dark Souls of pixel games. As hard as it is, the feeling you get after beating a boss or solving a puzzle is pretty gratifying. You have no idea how happy I was after I beat this boss. I practically in my pants. Look at this. They're actually foreshadowing that enemy with a shadow. Now that's just cute. Another very soft criticism I have for this game, and this might be something that some people love, which is the fact that 3 out of the 4 of the main dungeons are long as shit. Don't get me wrong, these dungeons contain some of the most amazing and complex puzzles I've ever seen. But personally, I got the idea about halfway through. But again, some might turn this into a positive. Having enormously hard and long dungeons also means a lot of content, and there are plenty of checkpoints, and you can exit and enter the dungeons as you please, and never lose your progress within them. So stop your bitching! Oh wait, that was me who was bitching. Shut up, me! To be perfectly honest with you, and I have no shame admitting this, some of the battles that take place in the dungeons were just a tiny bit too close to impossible for my personal liking. And if you think that leveling up outside of the dungeon is going to eventually give you an upper hand, I leveled up to the point where the experience curve started giving me only 1 experience point for defeating the hardest enemies in the game. It's like some Witcher shit. But for all you sadistical gamers out there who love a challenge that's akin to pounding nails into your scrotum, you're gonna love this game. The truth is, I really want you to love this game. That's why if I give you a warning about these dungeons being a pain in the ass, maybe you won't be so surprised by it, and it won't affect your opinion of the game as much. I'm doing this so you like the game more in the long run. One thing that I do love about the 4 main dungeons is that each one rewards you with an elemental set of abilities. The first one gives you fire powers, the second one gives you ice powers, and so on. This strongly reminisces of games like Ocarina of Time, where each dungeon or temple was identified by a particular element, such as fire or water. It really gives the dungeons some identity. The names of the dungeons are a little weird though. Like, how the fuck do you pronounce this? Sonajis? What about this one? Zervatar? I liked it better when they were called the Heat Dungeon and the Wave Dungeon. The one thing that might actually steer some people away is that CrossCode in its current stages is not a complete and finished game, but rather one that has been in early access mode for about 2 years now, just recently being updated to version 0.9.5. I chose to review the game before its completion because honestly, no matter what they do to it, I'm still gonna love it just as much as I do now. They can't fuck it up. Unless they just make the dungeons even longer. Then I might have to retract my review. And $20 may seem like a steep price for something that's unfinished and independently produced. But trust me, it's finished enough. There is a fuck ton of content packed into this thing. But this is a game where you can tell that the developers really wanted to go the extra mile. And if you like interacting with the development team, these guys do live streams of them making the game and chatting with fans while they do it. You can even watch them draw the characters or vote on which items should be added to the game. I mean, come the fuck on. If this doesn't say passion, I don't know what does. This little retro-style RPG with an ass-kicking, mute, blue-haired heroine has taken a portion of the entire Steam community by surprise. By the time you watch this video, I hope that CrossCode is finished and released. But if not, buy the frickin' game anyway. Support these insanely talented nerds. And Chrono, look who's not talking now. Get it? Because Leah doesn't talk? I'm not funny. Goodbye, world.